Yep.
Let's get it.
A midnight edition of Blitz Take Leader edition, y'all. Yeah. Here we go. Welcome in. Birds of Broad Street presents Broad Street Blitz Take Leader edition with your boy Kuka Connor and my guy Leader. What up, Leader?
What up, man? Listen, man, it's been crazy busy, man. We got Villanova crazy off season with the trade, people transferring there, and we got the Sixers and the playoff time coming ahead, and we got the Phillies with Justin Crawford and Drew Payne, and how this has been crazy through the whole source of Harlan McNeil, Jim Jones' nephew, making so many moves. 2029, look out for him. Allen Houston also was a guy involved. A lot of things going on. Jason Crow, listen, now we here with the Eagles, and it's a lot with the Eagles.
Start us off. It's your show. Come on.
The first thing is the Jalen Hurts thing has to be number one. It's unbelievable how people are just believing to talk about Jalen Hurts so many times. I mean, you've heard so many things coming out. Do we see anything going on with A.J. Brown? I saw Lord Brunson, shout out to him, man. Talking about somebody sleeping in my bed. It really seems like that. It seems, she's getting up close and personal with Mike Vrabel, and things have gotten, she's gotten close things reported. It's real peculiar. I'm not the one to come out and say that that's what was happening, but she definitely was in the mix. And a lot of things came out about AJ that are certain to be like starting to all break out. And she was one of the first ones to know it. And right now, AJ Brown, we'll just see what happens. Everything seems like after June 1st, AJ Brown's not going to be here. Everybody's pretty much got this written. Mike Vrabel just always making things point blank how close he is to A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown, point blank, putting teams out there. So we'll see where that goes. With the Jalen Hurts situation, somebody came out of nowhere, man. Somebody came out of nowhere. It could have been anybody. That's what we got to see. It could have been anybody. Could have been anybody that was able to get something off about Jalen Hurts, and it came out. But one thing that's for sure is that A.J. Brown adds to the speculation. So many times he came out about Jalen Hurts, and the thing is about going at him is insane. That's the crazy part. But the thing is, who is out there that unhappy to put that out there? Someone gave Fowler. Fowler's a big-time dog. It's like giving Schefter that. For somebody just to come out and want the other out, could have been Patullo. But right now, what's sitting on Jalen Hurts, what's really been said is that no contract extension right now. They want to see how this year goes. And that's all fair. That's all fair. Jalen's used to being against the pressure. I think everybody should know just how good this team is. And that's just it with that. Now, as far as the draft, here's a guy named Ted Hurst. Georgia State, big-time burner. The Eagles like this guy. We got Chris Bell. We got Amari Cooper Jr. So many guys. And then another thing has came out. Jordan Tyson's stock is going down, and Eagles are real interested in this guy. If this guy goes down to 23, he'd be a guy that best player available, Eagles would jump on. Same thing with Lemon. But we'll see how that goes. More Tyson. Tyson's more the physically gifted. Him and Tate, physically gifted guys there. But his name has came out as a possibility by Eagles. Man, receivers are just steady coming up. Now, Pena, I'm not big on that one. The Penn State guy, I keep saying it. But we're talking about high receivers, 1 and 2 rounds. First round, a lot of guys are probabilities for the Eagles. Just what it is. And then they're going after a lot of offensive linemen. You see Markel Bell. You see Travis Burke. Big guy, 6'9". Did great at the combine. Caleb Lamu, another big-time first-round tackle, is another guy that had a visit with him. There's so many guys that are big-time offensive tackles that these visits are coming. And then we're talking about receivers. It's one tight end out of Texas A&M. They had a visit that came in. Not many tight ends are getting visits. Not many tight ends are really getting visits like that. They're going to get one, but I just think the offensive line and receiver are really pinpoint where the Eagles want to go. Even the edge rusher, this guys like Sutton is a guy that you get in the first round. If he's available in the second, you're trading up. But they've really looked at offensive line and receivers so hard. It's crazy to think that they're not planning a June 1st departure of A.J. Brown. It's so many visits for wide receivers. Offensive line for sure, because they're expecting, I guess Lane Johnson's getting older. They're looking at that even more
Leonard
than
Dickerson. Leonard Dickerson.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and you're looking at that because Ione is a guard, but they've really been doing tackles. Landon Dickerson, yeah, he's rolling. I mean, that's a guy they got to think about. They really got to think about their position. How big are they on there? How is Landon Dickerson feeling about? It's so questionable right now, but they're playing next year. So we got to look at them as guys that are going to be at least able to make this a top 5 line. I think at their worst, they're still a top 5 line in football. But they're definitely thinking about this position. Offensive line has just crowded up. And 2 6'9" tackles. 6'9" tackles. And Caleb Lamu. And Ione he's a guy that could be a top 10 pick. He can fall to 23. And I've been on record to say, there's 2 guys I want. Listen, Sutton and Ione are 2 guys. You get Ione. You get him. He's a guard that throws you around. You get him. He's a guy you just don't pass on. But as far as a receiver, if I'm talking about a guy I would want, and we're talking about receiver, Amari Cooper's good. He's good. But Tyson, if they get him, he falls. They snatch him. Listen, the fact that they're going so many visits for wide receivers should let everybody know something. So many visits for wide receivers. We're not even that many edge rushers. Like, this is letting people know something. So that's a little something right there to look on. Everybody worried about the Jalen Hurts thing. No, he has to work himself out. You should know he's going to come in. He's going to prove himself. He's going to have the weapons. He's going to have the people to throw to. I'm not even worried about that. What I'm worried about, I just want to see how this offense kick up with Sean Mannion. Like I've always said, we got to see it.
Yep.
We just got to see it. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Joey Shakes. Shout out to Simone Stanley. Shout out to Lil Brunson again. Yo, that podcast was yo, y'all check that out when he talked about the boy. What's the boy? Mike Vrabel and Rossini.
Somebody sleeping in my bed, messing with my head.
That was crazy.
My place.
Because it was crazy. When it came out, you were just like, and he said what everybody wanted to. Shout out to him, man. That was classic right there.
Big Zay said they're looking at edge 2.
Yeah, they're looking at it, but the visits, how many visits has came in? Romello Height was the last guy you saw, and you got Sutton. They haven't really spent a lot of visits. Now, I'm not saying that they're finished, but I'm talking about early. The early visits, that's who they got.
Yep. He also said leader, but we brought in his closest friend, Elijah Moore.
Okay, that's good. What are we saying with that? I mean, I'm looking into both. You're saying because you think that's keeping A.J. Brown, or is that what you're saying? You're saying is that a plus for A.J. Brown?
That's what he's saying, talking about A.J. Brown, because we wouldn't have brought his best friend if we wasn't keeping the guy.
That don't even sound like it. It's something you can think about, but no, that's he's the 4th receiver, and you're talking about a guy that had 100 targets last year, right? They're talking. You should think they're talking about moving AJ Brown. That's what you should think about. They brought in Hollywood Brown also. That's the guy that's been. He's had 100. He's had 91 catches for 1,000 yards before. I'm just saying. I mean, I understand what you're saying. I understand why that would increase some hope that they brought in him to calm down his how he talks. Maybe he talks too much, but they gave him a 1-year deal. So I'm like, they didn't give him like 3. Like, okay, we keeping him because they got AJ for more than that. You know what I'm saying? So I hope it all worked. To be real, I'm just reporting this of the news. Now I'm on a fan set, bro. I hope it all goes good. I hope everything should work it out. But AJ did this to himself, and then things are still bubbling like the 5 teams from Albert Breer. Like, what are we talking about right now? So, like I said about T.O. when he was doing the push-ups, when it was McNabb and he was outside doing push-ups, I was like, he could have took that behind closed doors, then did it like that. Because I wanted T.O. to stay, man. I still ain't saw a receiving year as exciting as T.O.'s. That year was crazy right there, man. That was so. Just imagine if they just would have stopped bickering and all that, and everything was good. But I mean, it's just how you handle things. If you respect people, now look, Jalen got to take all the weight because of they're combining the fact that AJ Brown said that. They're combining it. Now that he says that, then that's something they can use to be like, well, maybe he got a bad thing with the team. And now these reports of whoever said it could have been the guy delivering hot dogs outside the stand. Could have been anybody saying this, right? But they're going to take that and combine it with what AJ was, and they're like, so now it's drama. So that's why he should be quiet. Like Cool Cat said early in the season. Cool Cat said all he needs to know how to do is be humble, be quiet. That's it. Be like Devontae Smith. That's what he said. Be like Devontae Smith.
I mean, Devontae Smith right now is working out and spending time with Maya.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like you just need to be quiet. That's all. He could be the man on the field. He is talk. Be that vocal guy on the field. That's what we need. But talking against your team, that's what you're doing. It's not for it.
Yeah. So what else we got?
I see Big Zay saying he don't see AJ getting traded into the Patriots after the bull crap between.
Yeah, what's your thoughts? Let's talk about that real quick. And shout out to everybody. We know, we get it. This ain't our usual time slot for Blitz Take Leader Edition, but we appreciate you guys for showing up and showing out. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, comment. Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel, all of our channels. Me, Simone, One Trey Rock, Smitty, Leader, Alex, Steve, the whole crew, man. Yeah, so what's your thoughts on the Diana Rossini in a bikini, German Lamborghini with Vrabel?
Man, it's classic. Well, this is, to be real about it, this is normal. They visiting each other and everything. And everything being suspected should be suspected. Everybody's not crazy for thinking, well, maybe she catching pillow talk. It's none of our business, actually, but since it's out there and she reports a lot, and she's a reporter, this is what's going to be assumed. Think about it. It could be happening. You could put that together. She should take that. Don't be offended by it. I mean, you out there with them. You ain't ashamed to be around them, is you? It is what it is. And it could be like that. People, listen, this ain't no first thing that's ever happened. Reporters, we just don't see reporters with people. A lot of people get pillow talk. Stop playing. A lot of people get pillow. Stop playing. All right. So we're gonna go there right there. But so this is just something that was caught. And the new era and generation of social media and cameras are out. You was caught just together. That's it, man. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, what we gonna say, man? Now it's not are we punishing her? No, they're kicking. That's their business, man. But yeah, you begin your info. It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. But that was funny what Lord Brunson did. But I shout out to Rossini and Mike Vrabel, man, saying again, but hey, y'all, we meant to do that. We supposed to. Y'all having a good time. You shouldn't feel nothing to that. Y'all having a casual time. Y'all wasn't caught doing nothing, right? Y'all was just kicking it. I mean, you're having a casual time. So it is what it is. And we can suspect that she got some of her from Vrabel. Okay? That is what it is. Vrabel been giddy about it. When you ask him about A.J. Brown, he talks about the relationship on A.J. Brown. When they asked him at the team meetings about A.J. Brown, he said he's using every opportunity to get his team better. He was so affirmative on talking about A.J. Brown. And, Philadelphia is also talking with, Browns. Who know if that happens, but they talk with Andrew Berry. I mean, listen, Harvey Roseman is, but you talking about, listen, man, Vito. It's Vito, baby. We're talking about Vito. He gonna talk with everybody, man. So it is what it is. I don't think nothing big into that. That's what I'm saying. I don't think nothing super into that. It happened, yeah. She's getting some ideas from that. Not saying they thinking she's doing that to get in. Listen, if you good with people and you cool with people, people gonna tell you some things. And you out there saying if Vrabel ain't came out crazy with it on nothing, he ain't came out crazy like it was disrespectful. It is what it is. So yeah, that's it, man. That's that one right there. And listen, the next show, man. Listen, we juggling between like our schedules. You're gonna see it. We juggling between. We're gonna talk more and more about. It's time for the draft. It's a good time. It's always a good time because Howie Roseman's been real good last 3 years and these drafts. And after this is big, y'all. June 1st is a date. We waiting to see. One thing we know, they are confident in Hurts for sure. And this is it. This is a big clutch year for everybody. We all need to look at this because this is real. But this is not letting down. The only person that's not going to be here, I'm talking about to start it out. And he has a possibility of being here is AJ. I don't think Devontae Adams' name came up. That came back around. That Devontae Adams' name came up to go to the Eagles, and then they waited to after because it was less for everybody. That thing about the injury report was all false. Once again, all this talk, it was all false. They stopped because it was going to be less on all teams cap against that cap after June 1st. Everybody stopped. So we're going to see what happens, y'all. We're going to just showtime, baby. It's Howie time. Howie time, baby. Max Crosby is a guy to think about. He's in the Myles Garrett. These names ain't popping up for no reason. They're being talked about. Stop it, okay? People are finding out, and then they're not affirming things are happening so they can take the pressure off. You think what I'm saying? All right. They were letting Devontae Adams know about trade talks. The Rams were. So, yes. Things are going down, man. So this is going to be showtime. And the Eagles are involved, y'all. That's for one thing. I expect a big trade to go into the Eagles team, making this team good and more in the draft capital and another star on this team. So whatever happens, the Eagles are going to be all right, man. So it's just it, y'all.
Yep. So I guess that's all the time we got for y'all. Next episode next week. The final, we're going to be talking a lot of Eagles news next week. And then the following week, Lord, NFL draft, man. So we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We thank y'all for watching. Next week's episode, be prepared. Look after for that. For Leader Johnson and your boy, Fly, Eagles Fly, go Birds. Go get some sleep because it's midnight. And we'll see y'all next week. Peace!